Hey, welcome, friends, family, fans. Chris Humala and I here today, welcoming you to our broadcast. There's Chris. You can check out Chris's blog at makeextramoney.com. You can check out my blog at abundancewithshelly.com. We want to thank you, first of all, for coming and joining. We apologize for being late. We've had some technical issues, and there's a storm heading in. And I think that's making some difference in how our broadcast is going thus far. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything and hear everything just fine. I hope, and that's our prayer. And so tonight we're talking a little bit about pre-framing and filtering out potential clients, so you're not wasting a lot of time with people who just aren't interested. There's first of all, when you are working online or you have a business online, you have got to sell stuff. You've got to sell stuff if you're going to work online. That's all there is to it. And some people don't feel comfortable with selling things. So you're going to have to get comfortable with it. And there is a right way and there's a wrong way to sell things. Now, I was just looking at, somebody had requested my friendship yesterday, and I was looking at his timeline, and every single post, and I used to do this myself, so it was really interesting to see it in a different mindset. Every single post was a come join me and here's my link. And that is the wrong way to sell products online. Nobody's going to click on that link. If anybody does, it's not going to be very many people. So you might get, 100 people that are maybe subscribing or clicking on your link if you're doing it right. And some people, you can write in the comments below if you are having success, what kind of success you're having. Are you having 10% out of 100 joining you or buying product from you? Or is it 40%, 50%? Everybody's different. Now, when I first started online, I had 0% joining me because I was doing the same thing that I saw last night with the one fellow who requested my friendship. And actually, the reason I went ahead and accepted his friendship was so maybe I can help him become a better online marketer, because he clearly doesn't know what he's doing. He's just putting out one ad after another. And I looked through, and only one person had actually commented on, probably 20 of his posts, because all of his posts were, here's this product, come click this link and join it, And so that's the wrong way to do it. So if you want to be successful online, you are going to have to be an expert at whatever it is you're doing. Now, whatever you're doing, you need to appear to be the expert. You need to appear to be the one who knows what you're talking about, whether it's vitamins or herbs or blogging systems or money-making systems or selling animal products, whatever it is, you've got to be the expert. So I personally believe that you should get involved in something that you believe highly in, that you know a lot about. And if you don't know a lot about the subject, then go out and learn about that subject. Everybody has their own special gifts and talents. And so if you use what naturally comes to you, it's going to be so much easier than if you try to force something that isn't really, your specialty or forte. I found for me, if I talk about things that I really know about, it helps me be a better leader for others. It helps me help more people because it's something I'm passionate about and it's something I know a lot about. And so that's something that you're going to want to do if you choose to have a business online, or if you already have one, that's great. I encourage you to just keep becoming a better expert at whatever it is you're doing. And so step number one in pre-framing and filtering is based on interest. So again, you want to find something that you're really interested in, something that you know a lot about, and you are the expert in that field. And so you can help other people, so that whatever it is that person is looking for, you'll have the answer to what they need, or you'll have a solution to whatever it is that they're having an issue with. Okay? So let's see here. Basically, you want to know if you are wasting time with somebody right away, or if you have got somebody who's a buyer in front of you. And you can do this in a very tactful way by just simply talking to them and getting to know them for briefly, you're going to find out very quickly whether they're into something else. And so this is kind of part of the framing. So I said we were going to talk about a little bit of framing and filtering. So this is it. So one of the ways to pre-frame, again, is to find that person's interest. You want to post, say, an ad. It could be a story about something, and then you simply put in, whatever it is you're trying to promote, but you give value first. You want to have you want to be able to have a conversation with everyone. Sorry, guys, I'm looking at my tattered notes over here. You want to have a conversation with everyone who's liked, commented, or shared. That's one way you can filter. You can kind of pre-frame whether this person is really interested or not by whether or not who are you talking to? Are you talking to people that you don't know? Or are you reaching out to people who are liking, commenting, and sharing your statuses? Excuse me. Now, I know some people, especially some of my mentors, that literally do not talk to anybody who's not liking, commenting, and sharing their statuses. And that way, you're actually talking to somebody who's already following you, somebody who already has an interest in what you're talking about, and somebody that already obviously likes you and trusts you, or they wouldn't be watching you to begin with. So this is a person who's probably going to be more likely interested in what it is you have to offer than the person who's never liked a word you've said, never commented ever on any of your posts. So this is a really good way to filter. And also having through the conversation, you can find out pretty quickly if somebody's, whether somebody's interested in what you have to offer or not. And when I say what you have to offer, we are inviters. We are literally professional inviters. We are professionals that are just inviting other people to take a look at something that is really great to either help them physically, mentally, spiritually, personally, financially. So these things, no matter what it is, whatever product it is on the market, I mean, there's facial care products, there's vitamins and minerals, there's, people buy car parts, people buy blogging systems, people buy, training and personal development, educational materials. So all these things, there's just a wide variety and array of different things that you can show interest in for other people. And then in these things, if they're subscribing to your list, this is another way of filtering. You'll know, hey, this person's interested. Now, does that mean they're going to buy something? Not necessarily. But the fact that they're subscribing to your email list means that they're interested. So you have a higher content with them, a higher ability maybe of talking to them further than somebody who's never subscribed to your email list. And then, of course, you can invite people to a webinar. And if these people that you invite to your webinar click on your webinar link and they join the webinar, then of course these people are interested. And these are going to be people that you're going to put into a special group. You're going to teach them a little bit more value because they're actually responding to you, they're listening to you, they're interacting with you. So in the webinar, this is where you can give a lot of value. You can show people what you have to offer them. Maybe somebody doesn't have any traffic or has no idea how to get traffic. This was something I had a problem with 3 years ago. It's not an issue today. Now I understand it more because I learned how to get traffic. And so when you learn these things, you can teach other people. You can do a webinar. You can show other people how to get people interested in what it is you're talking about. So this is your invitation, and that's again, you're becoming a professional inviter. You're professionally inviting people to come view something that you have to offer that has value, but you want to give some kind of value. Now, one of my good friends and mentors, Darren Little, he always says give three good, valuable nuggets of information each day, kind of like putting money in a bank deposit. You give value. It's inevitable that someone's going to want to join you. Someone's going to want to join the company you're working with or buy a product from you if you're continuously giving them value. And then so basically we're going Facebook post. You know, this is just for Facebook. Now there are other social media sites you can use: Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram is very popular right now. Twitter is very popular. There's, you know, you can reach many, many people on Twitter. Facebook, of course, and then email list, webinars, inviting people to webinars. And again, you look at who showed up, who didn't show up. You know, now I've put my name in for a webinar and maybe missed the webinar, you know, and then I'll get an email, hey, you know, you missed the webinar. We're sorry you missed it. Are you still interested? Basically, you know, giving me a second opportunity to come take a look at whatever it was that I wanted to look at, even though I missed that opportunity. And who knows what it was. Maybe I had a client that decided to wanted to join me. There's all kinds of reasons why I might not have made it to that webinar, but they always give me a second option to come back and take a look again. And this you can do as well. And this is another way of filtering. Again, if I come back, I check out that webinar later. Doesn't mean no now. It means no at the moment, but it doesn't mean no always. So, you know, there have been people I've talked to that, you know, weren't interested 1 week, but maybe a month later were interested in the same exact thing that I was offering them, you know, a couple weeks ago. So just because they say no today doesn't necessarily mean no tomorrow. So these people that are on your list, keep inviting them, recycle them into, you know, another value box. So, you know, what is it, Chris? 7 to 13 exposures generally before someone purchases products. So, you know, if you are just constantly giving value and helping people and resolving people's issues, eventually, you know, they're going to trust you, like you, and want something you have to offer, and they're going to be more likely to buy from you. Now, you want to build friendship, you want to build rapport, it's going to take time. You're not going to expect somebody to just buy something the very first time you talk to them. And really, this business I found is not about, it's not about money. It's not about like, let's sell and then get somebody to buy and then that's it. You really need to help work with people, be a leader for people, teach people, grow with people. I mean, we're growing each and every day, Chris and I mean, we are just, you know, having progress because of everything that we're doing, that we've been doing, and we're just being consistent with it. And so the progress is happening, and it's just an awesome thing. So let's see. You always want to put out awesome content, and then you're offering. So let's see. I pretty much covered that. You got anything to say about what we're talking about right now, Chris? You want to talk about a little bit about pre-framing and filtering?
Wow, that's awesome. That's super awesome. Wow, that's a lot of information. But it's true, though. It's true. You know, when you decide to get into a business, just like what Shelly was speaking about, it's not about just putting your link there and having people just to buy in, because it's like, gosh, if I was to sell you this, would you buy this? For some people are like, what the heck is this? You know, and to tell you the truth, I used to do that. I used to just put stuff out there and have people buy it, and they don't even know what the heck this is. Maybe some people do, but maybe some people don't. And who am I selling this to? Am I being specific? Probably not. You know? And my point is that you can't just put things out there and expect somebody to take it, because it doesn't work that way. You know, and that's important. probably like the color blue, like the color pink, because the pen is out here. I don't know. I don't know what you like. But just because putting something out there and you expect somebody to get it, or you expect somebody to buy it, it doesn't work that way. It just does not work that way. To share with you, I've learned a lot. And I'm still learning. Every moment I'm learning something new in my business. Here I have a composition book, and I don't know, for me, I like to do things differently. And why? Because it's unique. I should say, there's not always one way is always going to be the right way. Take, for instance, when you do a math problem. There's many ways to. There's not just one way. There's many ways. There's multiple ways of getting that answer. You know, I learned in this seminar, in this class, that the instructor said, on your piece of paper, I want you to write your name, and you got 30 seconds to write your name. And every time that he went like this, right? So he said, okay, get started. And then he started going like this. And every time he made a clap, it was like letting us know how much time we had left. But he also said, okay, keep writing your name. Keep writing your name. And he kept on encouraging us. He kept on encouraging the class. And I want to say there was about 175 people in the class. And he kept on encouraging us. Okay, keep writing your name. Keep writing your name. You've got 10 more seconds. And he was counting it down. And right towards the very end, he said, okay, everybody, put your pen down, or put your writing utensil down. So we put down our pens, and all of a sudden, everybody inside the room started to share their reaction in regards to writing their name. I don't know if he meant writing my first and last name. I don't know if I was supposed to write my first, middle, and last name. I don't know if I'm supposed to print it. I don't know if I'm supposed to sign it. I don't know what you expected me to do. But the instructions was to write your name. It didn't matter how you wrote your name. It was to write your name. And that's the same going for a business. No matter what kind of business it happens to be, whether it's an online business, whether it's an offline business, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you stick with it, never give up, come up with solutions, and be creative. And giving a lot of value. Giving a lot of value. And that's important, because if you're just going to stick this out there and expect people to buy it, I just want to tell you, this doesn't work for everybody. You know? If I was to stick this in the front of you, this probably doesn't work for everybody. It depends. It depends. Do you like reading? Right? And what is this book all about? I just got to tell you, you gotta go ahead and get this book to find out what it's all about. If you're interested. If you're interested, go ahead and get this book and see what it's all about. If you're interested. See, for me, and my belief is, I have to change this. I have to change this. Because if I don't change this, I'm just caught up in the same circle, you know, and I'm not getting anywhere. But change this, work on it, so that I'll be able to believe of what it is that I want to achieve, what it is that I want to be successful at, what it is that I want to do. You know, and that's what it takes. That it takes me wanting to change. It takes me wanting to do the things of what I want to accomplish. But what also works is reading books. Reading books. You know, I love dogs. As you can see, I have one right here by me. She's like my shadow, but because no matter where I go, she'll always be right next to me because she wants to be a part of what I do. But you just gotta stick with it. Give a lot of value, a lot of content, and you'll be able to distinguish whether or not a person is interested in what you have to offer or not. And that's what I learned a lot about. I learned a lot about that. If you don't have content to give, then what makes a person want to stop by and check out what you got? Nothing really. So if you want to be recognized or you want to be acknowledged for what you're doing, give all the value. I mean, not all of it, but give value. Give them things of what you're learning. For me, I'll show you a process of what I do. There was, I got stuck on understanding a process. I knew I had something, and I was unable to understand the concept. And the reason why I have a challenge on understanding concept is because I'm born with a mild case of cerebral palsy. And that has to do with a damaged muscle in my brain. So it causes me to have these obstacles in understanding things. But the difference between an obstacle and a problem is that an obstacle is something that's standing in the way, and it's set, and no matter what, you're not going to be able to challenge that obstacle. And a problem is something that has occurred, but you can take direct action in finding the solution to overcoming the problem. Basically, to overcome the obstacle that you have. Okay, so here I have, let me see, let me share this with you. Okay. Here I have this, what was it? Okay. Let me draw this out because I'm a visual person. Okay. And this will help you if you're into this. Okay. So here I have, so it's better for you to see. So here I have this, this email campaign, right? And because I have this So because I have this email campaign, and I've got here I have this email campaign, and because I got these 3 different websites, right? They're 3 different ones. I needed to send out to here and here and here. And I was having this mental block on how to get it to go to all 3. Do I have to create one here? Have to create one here? Do I have to create one here, or can I just use this? And this is what I was stuck on. You see, and what I came to realize is that I could just use this one and duplicate it. And I didn't I thought this would just only solve for here. That was solved to all, you know? And when I came to realize that, yeah, I need to make one for each one. For each one. Because this is one, and this is one, and this is one. Now, if it was all connected as one, oh, my pen's dying out. But if it was just all in one, right there, then this could just go directly to there. But that's not the case. This wasn't the case for me. This wasn't a case for me because what happens is that I can just only send it to one here and nobody has anything here. And how that works is that no matter what kind of interest no matter what your interest is in, are whether it's sports, health food, traveling, reading books, no matter what your interest is, you can share it. You don't have to be chasing after people. I mean, to me, I look at it, that's not freedom. Freedom doesn't require you to be chasing after opportunities. Freedom doesn't mean you have to chase after opportunities either. As long as you find the right system and you see that people are getting results, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're brand new to an opportunity or not. Everybody starts from the ground zero and work their way up. I mean, take for instance Henry Ford when he came up with the cars. It didn't just all of a sudden just land in the front of him and say, "Okay, come up with this." It took him a while. Nothing comes to anybody. And a lot of these people who are very successful right now, let me just share with you, they all started from ground zero. Whether they were homeless, whether they were on drugs, whatever their situation was, they all started from ground zero. I mean, for me, getting started on a business, I didn't have the money. I didn't have the money to get started. And for I mean, especially to get all in. I didn't have it, but I worked at it, and I had you know, my parents to help me out to get all in. So no matter what your reason, your excuse, or whatever you have to say, I just gotta tell you, you gotta want to have it. You gotta want to have it. You gotta want to be able to change your situation. Believe in yourself. Do whatever it takes, because that's what's gonna either make you or break you. You just gotta want to do it, and spend the quality time to build your business. Spend the quality time, because you can work as much as possible in the first beginning years of your business, and you'd be so surprised that after those couple of years of building your business, I'm just gonna tell you, it'll all pay off. It'll all pay off. Everything of what you learn and everything of what you're doing for your business, basically everything of what you've done, it'll be there. You don't have to sit there and be there for the rest of the time being. It's not like a 9 to 5 job. You work at the time that you really want to work. If you wanna go ahead and make unlimited amounts of money in a certain amount of time, then you're gonna have to go ahead and put in as much time as possible. Learn what you need to learn, do what you need to do, and let it all just happen. You just gotta sit down and settle yourself down and learn the material. Because there ain't nobody who's gonna wanna do it for you. I mean, there are people out there who want to do it for you, but it's gonna cost you. It's gonna cost you a lot of money. So if you think that you don't have money now, it's gonna cost you more. And the reason why it's gonna cost you more is because they took the time to sit down and do everything. So if you want freedom, you want to stop struggling, take the quality time to do whatever it takes. That's the most I can tell you. Because you just be amazed that the things of what you don't know, and when you dive in and you start learning all this stuff, my gosh, it's just gonna blow you out of the water. Because earlier, Shelly on the line was calling me, and I was like, yes, I was like freaking like excited. And the reason why I was so freaking excited is because stuff that I don't know, I can't say I don't know them. I know them now. All you gotta do is learn how to, all you gotta do is like focus on one thing. Focus on one thing. Learn it, get it down. And once you got it, move on to the next thing. Get it down. Once you get it down, move on to the next thing. You know, there's something right here. There's something. I'm very different. I'm very unique. That I don't start from the front. I normally start from the back. Okay? But there's something that I gotta share with you. Okay, here it is. this is freaking powerful. Let me just share with you. Oh, let me see if I have it. I don't know if I got it. Oh, I don't think I got it. I don't know where I put it. Okay. In order for me to understand things, all right, there is this process that I ended up doing. Check this out. Okay. So I did something like this, right? And then it didn't really make any sense to me. So what I did was I took it to another level right here. And I was like, okay, now this makes sense. From what I started off in the beginning to right here to how to get it to here. And I was like baffled. I was totally baffled for a good, 2 days. And I just want to tell you something. I was set up for a challenge. I set myself up for a challenge to doing a project. I set myself up for 3 days to complete a challenge. And my deadline was today at 12 o'clock. And I just want to tell you that although I had 3 days, no, actually, my goal was to complete it by Monday. That would be the earliest. And the latest would have been Wednesday, Hawaii time at 12 o'clock. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know that it's 2 o'clock. But let me let you know. Mission accomplished. The second thing works. It works. You see, if you stick to a plan and you remind yourself and you keep going through it, no matter what, don't give up. And every day, let me just share with you, every single day, although I have, you see this right here? These are my goals. These are my tasks of what I accomplish every single day. Every single day, I make on a list on what I'm doing. Every single day. The size of the list doesn't really matter. But every single day, I have this in my brain, and I write it out to remind me, and so I'll be able to see it, what I need to accomplish. You see, no matter what, every single day, as you can see, it's the date right there, right? So every single day, I'm held accountable for what I have to do. Every single day, I hold myself accountable for what I have to do. And on Wednesday, which is today, at 2 o'clock, I completed my goal. I completed my goal. There's this saying that says, there was this, there is, what was it? There's this book that I'm reading, and I got it inside I got it on my iPad. It says something. Oh, shoot. Oh, here it is. It says, are you the carrot or are you the stick? What is a carrot? What does a carrot have anything to do with it? And what is a stick? Well, basically, are you the carrot? Meaning that here's a good example. I gotta show you this. Okay, here you see Lele's laying down, right? But watch this. This is a carrot. This is a great example. Lele, choo-choo. You see that? You saw that reaction? You saw that reaction? Lele, you want to choo-choo? Come on, up. You see? It's like you're bribing. It's like you're bribing the you're bribing the dog to do something for you. You're enticing the dog to do something for you. And that's what a carrot is. It's like watch this. I'll show you. Hang on. It's like me enticing the dog for a choo-choo. You want this? Is that yours? And no matter what, that's how it works. Or are you the stick, meaning that are you disciplined? Are you disciplined? Are you being accountable for what it is that you need to do? And that's what that is. Whether you're the carrot or whether you're the stick, what are you? What gets you motivated to doing the things of what you need to do? That's important. So just stay focused. Don't lose track of what it is that you need to do for your business or do in life. Just stay focused on your goals. So with that in mind, that's all I got to say. So that's what I got to share. So.
Hey, just got a call from my son, so he's actually, it's an important call. I couldn't pass it up. So I appreciate that, Chris. Give me just a second, Kit. This call that we're on is only a 10-minute call, so I will have to cut this video down. But I just want to thank you, Chris, for telling us that, because it's so important, especially like you said, to just keep being persistent. And I love how organized you are with everything, Chris. I think that we will continue on next week with building building up cooperation and rapport, since we didn't get to that yet today. Going back on pre-framing and filtering, everything that Chris was saying is so important to pre-filtering and pre-framing. Like she said, if you have an email that's going out to 3 different types of businesses, but it's the same exact email, then 2 of those businesses are probably not going to be, understanding what the heck you're sending the email about. And that's why she was saying you want to send a different email to each different business, because each business is promoting something totally different. So if you're sending them all to the same thing, and I've made this mistake myself.
Go ahead and go back on your call.
Yeah. All right. So listen, Chris,
go back on your call.
Thank you. All right. Sorry, Kit. All right, buddy. I told you on Wednesdays I have. Oh, sorry.
Let me take over. Sorry about that, but she needs to talk to her son. But yeah, it's very important that no matter what your opportunity that you're giving, it's pretty important to share the different, sending out emails to your list and making sure that the ones that you're sending out to correspond and relate to what it is that you're offering. If you're offering water, right? Healthy water, machines, make sure you're relating the email to the right campaign that you're sending it out to. Whether it's books, make sure that you're sending book campaigns to them, other than water campaigns to the wrong list. You don't want that to happen, because it it can get all messed up and you'll be wondering to yourself, well, how come it's not working or what's going on? Well, make sure you check everything. Make sure you test everything out to see that it's working. Because that's very important. That's vital. So I wanted to share that with you. Anything else? Oh, oh, so sorry.
Sorry, I was just thinking about Dallas. Do you wanna, I know, I'm so sorry. I haven't talked to my son in a couple days, so.
Okay,
You know,
okay, just go back, go back.
You wanna cover Dallas real quick?
Okay, go ahead, go back.
All right.
So sorry, I gotta let her have some quality time talking to her son. whether this is a Google Hangout or what have you. I just want to let you know because this is awesome. You know, to have a business where you're not chasing people. That's important. You don't have to you don't have to invite people to your house. You know, like, oh my God, man, how many shoes are there and which shoe is mine? And you don't have to worry about buying supplies, like if there's going to be enough food for everybody at the house, and whether people are sitting on your toilet bowl, you know, are they clean, are they not clean? You don't have to worry about any of that kind of stuff. So Shelley is talking about the Dallas event. And yeah, there is a Dallas event, which is very short. I mean, it's coming up, and you want to be a part of the event. And it's, I don't know, she's flashing her hands, but I only can see part of my screen. But anyway, it's important, and the reason why it's very important is because it can change your life and change your situation, and most importantly, you'll be able to see people that you will see online, like myself or Shelly, and you'd be saying, wow, you are real. You know, I just got to tell you that when I saw Shelly online, I was like totally excited when I got to see her in person. We hugged each other for a good amount of time because it was like, wow, I've seen you online for maybe a year and a half. And when I actually got to see her in person, I was like amazed. And this was like my first event going there. And when I got there, I didn't have a room. So Shelly took me in and I met up with her son. And we became best of friends other than just only online. But what's going to happen at that event is that we learn new strategies on how to get more traffic to our business. We learn what's working, what's not working in your business. And they share on new products that come out. They share on you just meet up with a whole bunch of people. And to me, I don't consider this as an event. If you look at if you follow me or you look at my blog posts, there's two of them that says family reunion. And that's what this event is to me. It's a reunion. It's a family reunion. I mean, I don't know for you. When was the last time you went to a family reunion? Probably years. But for me, meeting up with like-minded people, meeting up with people that want to change their life for the best, but are also helping other people by showing them the possibility on how to be successful. It doesn't matter if you have no skills, because I know that you have skill. You're able to get onto this Google Hangout. You're able to see what it is that we're doing. You're able to operate, whether it's on your computer, on your iPad, or on your phone. You're able to navigate. Just you know, I mean, turn on your phone, put on your code, or whatever it happens to be. Just you know, you're able to do it. And that's how a lot of us got started. We saw the opportunity. We wanted to know what it was all about. This is what got us to where we're at right now. And it's just like a baby. A baby, you know, a baby is born. You gotta feed it. You gotta wash it. You gotta nurture it. You gotta take care of your baby. And the baby starts, you know, building muscle, right? So it has strength. So that they'll be able to crawl. They'll be able to start walking. And eventually in time it starts running. And that's how a business is built. A business is built from the ground zero to up. And whatever you want to put inside your business, whether you want a business in a building, whether you want a business outdoors, however you want to build your business, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. It takes a good, solid foundation. So this is what the Dallas event is all about. It's all about building your foundation so that you know the tools, you know how to do it, and I just want to tell you, it's not hard. You make it hard if you don't follow a system. That's what makes it hard. Is you not wanting to follow the plan that's already out there for you. That's what makes it totally hard. And I raised my hand because that was me. I told myself I can't do it. But I just want to tell you, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. Just follow the system and you'll be very successful. You will. And she shares this music in the background because we come to the end of our Google Hangout. I love you guys. Yes.
Good times roll. I love it.
But this is true though. You play this in the background because it is true. You do let the good times roll. So I love you guys, and we do want to see you guys next week, Wednesday. And till then, I'll see you.
Thank you so much, Chris. Appreciate you. I am so sorry. I apologize. I wasn't expecting my son to call. I didn't want to decline his call. I wanted him to know from now on, don't call on Wednesdays in the evening, and because it's just a really bad time. He got a little snippy about it, but you know, there are other days of the week he can call. He's only allowed to call like at 8 o'clock at night, I guess. So with that, Dallas coming up, 7 days we got left, baby, before it comes on. We will let the good times roll, because I've never been to an event that I didn't absolutely have the best time at, and each one gets better and better. And I mean, like Chris said, to meet each other in person was so refreshing, being able to grip each other, hug each other, and all of our Empower Network friends, Project Titan friends, internet friends. Some people are just there that aren't even involved with us, but they're internet marketers, so they come. So, it is not limited to you if you are not joined with us yet. We are looking to join and lock arms with everybody that wants to join us in building your own business, escaping the regular 9 to 5, and becoming free physically, mentally, spiritually, and financially. And because of the mentors that Chris and I have followed over the last few years, that is exactly why we are where we are today. And we're so happy and thrilled that we didn't give up. I'm coming up on my 3rd anniversary here and with this company, and I absolutely just am so grateful and thankful. I was looking at my lanyards today, and I'm about to go to this Rise event here in 7 days. If you want to come and join us, please got to get a hold of us and let us know right away, because I'm not even sure if they got tickets on sale anymore. But I do know that 7 days from now, we will be in Dallas for the Rise event, and there's going to be some just massive information, things that you're not going to get online that are going to be announced, things that you're not going to be able to see. I don't know. Do you know, Chris, whether they're doing a live stream or not? No? Okay.
No, there's no live stream.
Okay,
That one time was it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they no longer do it anymore.
Okay. So that's it, guys. No live stream. So if you want to see what all's behind the scenes, they're going to be announcing the new product name, I believe. And there's just so much stuff going on. You just don't want to miss it. But hang on. I'm not sure what you just said. Oh, okay. Sorry. So anyway, yeah. Hey, before you guys go I just want to say, can you shut that TV down before you go? Because TV's really distracting to me. I can't stand listening to the television, but the song was awesome. Came in perfect timing. But hey, guys, what I want to say before we let go here is, I know we didn't get as far as we were wanting to tonight on pre-framing and filtering, but you have a better idea of how to filter the people you talk to. And you have a better idea of pre-framing the kind of people you're going to talk to. And if you missed it, go back and rewatch it. Reach out to Chris and I. We can show you how to do this a little better. Getting your emotional state right is going to really affect you. It's going to really affect the people you talk to. You just seen me. I got all flustered when my phone got, my phone call got, my son's on the phone. My fiance's walking through the house. He's got the TV blaring, he's trying to talk to me even though I'm on a live Google Hangout, and it's very distracting. So you want to get your emotional state right before you start, anything, especially when it comes to value. Otherwise, people are going to see that. People are going to, it's very distracting, obviously, but we're our family business, and you're going to have distractions wherever you go. So get into love and gratitude, friends, family, fans. This is the thing I wanted to say. Get into love and gratitude. Your emotional state will either attract or repel people. So if you're feeling love, you're feeling gratitude, you're feeling grateful, you're feeling abundant, people are going to see that. They're going to feel it. They're going to know it. If you're feeling angry or hate or frustration, people are going to see that as well, and they may not be as attracted. I don't know. Some of you probably said, Mel, she's not very professional, because instantly, but Chris had my back, thank God, and was able to kind of cover some of the things. It was just really, really super important for me to talk to my son for just a few minutes. That's one of the things. I don't get much time with him, and I hadn't heard from him for a couple of days, and I knew that chances of him trying to call back again after we got off this hangout probably wasn't going to happen. So I apologize again for that. But again, get yourself in the vibration of love and gratitude. Man, I've been learning a lot of things about love and gratitude over the last few months. I thought I knew everything about love and gratitude, and I have just been man, my whole world, my whole universe just keeps opening up over and over again. Love and gratitude help you to manifest your future and help you to manifest your business. You know, I'll probably talk about this another time because I don't want to go into this big, huge story, but there's one little small story I want to tell before I get off here. And that's over the weekend. Jordan and I decided to go just take a trip, just real close by. We were only an hour away. We really didn't know what we were going to do, but we wanted to do something different. We didn't have any particular plans. So we just decided to do a spontaneous getaway. We threw a couple of bags of clothes. He had a couple items, I had a couple items, a couple chairs, a couple gallons of water, and we hit the road spontaneously, not knowing where we were going to end up. We just knew that we were going to spend the night under the stars somewhere. And I know that sounds kind of funny. He was even nervous about it. And I said, look, this is another thing to get yourself out of your comfort zone. When was the last time you found a spot and just slept under the stars? Think about that for a second. Let me tell you, my last time was Saturday night, okay? And I didn't have any idea where we were going to stay, but I knew I was going to be able to find a good place for us to stay, And so we went to the beach. We seen all kinds of stuff. You can go on my timeline, check out some of the things we found. But it was just one little adventure after another, and just got to see all kinds of nature and scenery. And the whole time, Jordan was concerned and worried about where we were going to sleep. And I was like, don't worry about it. We're just going to sleep under the stars somewhere. And when we get there, I'll know the place and I'll pick it out and it'll be safe and we won't get in trouble. It'll be okay. Just don't worry about it. And so, it's called getting out of your comfort zone, damn it. Everybody's so freaking afraid to get out of their comfort zone that I'm just like, trying to get out of my comfort zone. Like, the more I get out of my comfort zone, the better I feel. The more things just keep falling right into my lap, man. So we're going, and I said, we're driving by and I seen a house for sale. I said, ooh, that'd be a good place. He was like, no, I don't want to do anything illegal. I said, well, the house is for sale. Let's just stop and take a look at it. And so we got out. We was looking around. We didn't have any intention of staying there, but still, this house was on it was like on a bay, and it was a very expensive neighborhood. But you can dream. You can dream. Whether we could afford it or not didn't matter, because we wanted to check this house out, and we had every right to, because it was for sale. And even if we couldn't, we didn't even know what the list price was. So we just knew it was a really cool area and wanted to check it out. So it was my idea. We're checking it out, like looking in some of the windows that we could see in. And I seen the sign in the backyard. It was like overlooking the bay, and there's, a couple of benches, and we're sitting there and just like feeling what it would feel like to live there, right? What it would feel like to be in this huge house, and how that would feel. And I kept looking at the realtor sign, and I kept repeating his name over and over in my mind, saying to myself, I really wish I could take a look at the inside of this house. So the next day, now Jordan and I later on, we found a spot. We found a real nice spot in a park, public park, that, just laid out a couple blankets, pillows, and we slept for like 6 hours under the stars. It was beautiful. It was really peaceful. Woke up, to the sun after we seen the sunset. We woke up to the sunrise. It was just absolutely peaceful and beautiful. And then went and visited his mom up in Saugatuck on the ocean, Lake Michigan. So anyway, point of my story here is to get out, get into love, get into gratitude. And so we're driving. The next day, his mom said, hey, why don't you guys meet me up at, Oval Beach? So we're driving by, and right at the same place, there was a deer in the yard. And there's an open house sign, and it said open house. And I was like, ooh, Jordan, we got to stop, man. I was just saying, look at this. Look at the universe opening up for me. Like, I literally was saying, I want to meet this Kevin, Kuzi or Kazi, I think his name was, Kevin Kazi, real estate agent. I said, man, I was just saying I wanted to meet this guy, and I wanted to see the inside of this house. And look, today there's an open house sign, and he's here. So we we pulled in. Jordan's just shaking his head. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe we're doing this. And I'm like, dude, what are you afraid of? Like, this is what people do when they want to buy houses. They look at places. They go to open houses. I said, you know, let's just do it. We don't know. He goes, oh, we can't afford it. I said, it doesn't matter whether, you know, I'm not saying we can't afford it because I got big dreams. I got big hopes. I got big, you know, plans. So we go, guys standing out there in the backyard, introduced ourselves and asked him what the list price was. $800,000. I'm like, what? I said, well, I was thinking it was kind of like half that price, but I can understand, you know, and so I'd still like to take a look at it if you don't mind, because like we're looking for a house, but our price range is, you know, like 200,000. And so he says, go ahead and go inside. We go on inside. We start looking around, man. Totally awesome house. Totally freaking awesome. So worth it. I was just like, man, Jordan, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, and it was literally like two houses on top of each other. They had taken, it was a house from like, I don't know, almost 100 years ago, or 60s. It was from the 60s. And this family was a wealthy family, had a bunch of kids, and none of the kids and the parents are old. They don't want the house anymore. They're off in another, like this isn't their only house. They got lots of houses. And even all the furniture is going with this house. And it was like all Victorian style furniture downstairs, and upstairs was like totally retro, like 60s look still. It was just really crazy. And then the downstairs was more modern, but it was amazing. It was a 5-bedroom, 5-bath. And the whole point though here is that we literally can manifest our destinies. We can manifest our todays and our tomorrows with our thoughts. Simply, the gold mine between our ears was what Napoleon Hill calls this. And I've started using that more and more, envisioning what I want to see, what I want to have happen, you know, and income-wise, and my income has happened that I visioned. I mean, we are like just a couple $1,000s short this month of what my second vision was for us. And I'm just like, wow, like it's really super freaking happening. And it's because of these events, being able to do this personal development, being able to get all these trainings. So these events, again, very important in our growth, online, offline, for any business. So if you want to come, get a hold of us. I know I'm lengthy at my speech. I didn't get to talk too much when I was waiting on or speaking with my boy there. But I just want to tell you that get your emotional state in the right frame of mind. Get your emotional state to where you are going to attract love and gratitude. And know that I believe in you. I believe that every one of you that's watching is a radiant beam of light, and you are meant for something better than what you've ever believed you're meant for. So with that, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys. Let the good times roll. We'll see you next week, 6 o'clock, unless there's some emergency, 6 o'clock Wednesday Eastern, and that would be noon Hawaii time. So we love you, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.